Chapter number 4. This chapter associated with like this chapter starts with basic concepts of forces, right? How force works and what is force and how it works. So this is basically based on that. Actually, simple way to explain this force is basically when you push object or pull object, basically the energy used to push or pull something, you can call it force, right? So basically pushing, adinna natham tallu karana, pushing or pulling, the energy used, we can call it force, right? So by providing energy, what we can do normally? So can you tell me what are the things that we can do by providing an energy force? Force එකක් නැත්නම් energy එකක් දීලා අපිට මොන වගේවද කරන්න පුළුවන්? What we can do by providing the force? Yes? Any idea? By providing the force, what kind of things that we can do?
We can move objects.
Yes, we can move objects. What else?
We can change the speed of the motion.
Okay, we can change the speed of the motion. We can move objects. We can change the speed of the motion.
Motion.
Yes, speed
Shape
and
of
the direction.
object.
Yes, direction of the object can be changed. Shape of the object can be changed. Right? Direction can be changed. Shape of the object can be changed. Like likewise, we can do a lot of things by providing a force. බලයක් දීමෙන් අපිට පුළුවන් ගොඩක් දේවල්. එක්ක අපිට මූව් කරන්න පුළුවන් යම් වස්තුවක්, එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒක නවත්තන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක මූව් වෙන වේගය වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් ඒක ස්ටොප් කරනද මේ මූව් වෙන දිශාව වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකේ හැඩය වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. All these are possible by providing a force. Okay, so let's see what is given in the book. When like here, when you provide a force, you can see when you push a book, it moves. When you kick a ball, it change the direction, maybe move some other way. When you like provide a force, you can stop a ball, right? You can stop the motion. And also by maybe using have you seen like in carom boards or table tennis, by providing the force you can change the direction. And also if it is okay, let's say it is a balloon, then we can provide a force to change the shape. So these are the possibilities, and these are the possibilities that you can do with the forces. Okay, now we have clear idea how force work. Then actually we need to know how to measure the force, how to measure the magnitude of force. How can we measure it? Okay, like if you hit hardly, the ball will move fast. If you hit slowly, ball will move slowly. Right? If you hit hard, it will move fastly. If you hit slowly, the ball will move slowly. So that means based on the force, like the force can be measured based on the amount of force provided. Based on the amount of force provided, the magnitude of the force will change. Okay, how can we measure the magnitude of the force? කොහොමද අපි බලයක විශාලත්වය කොච්චර ප්‍රමාණයක් මේ බලය සපයලාද කියන එක මනින්නේ. One thing that we can use is like the measurement unit is basically we call SI unit. The standard international standard again international system SI unit එක තමයි Newton. the Newton තමයි බලය ගැන කියපු කෙනා. Right? So basically we can use Newton to measure these forces. Right? Actually, like here, spin balances are used to commercial purpose, are usually calibrated in grams or kilograms. In gram, kilogram වලින් තමයි සාමාන්‍ය මේක පෙන්නන්නේ. ඇත්තටම මොනවාට බලයක් කියන එක මනින්නේ අපි නිව්ටන් වලින්. Okay, here you can see spin balance. දුනු තරාදිය කියන්නේ මේකට and piece of stone. හරි. මේ දුනු තරාදියෙන් like tie the stone by a piece of thread, hang the stone and flint balance as shown in the figure 4.2 and take the reading. This reading gives magnitude of the gravitational force exerted by the earth on the piece of stone. හරි. දැන් මෙතනදී ඔන්න මනින බලය මොකක්ද? මෙතනදී මනින්නේ දැන් අපි හිතමු තරාදියක් තියෙනවා. මේ තරාදිය අපි එල්ලනම ගල් කැටයක්. හරි. තරාදියක් තියලා තරාදිය ගල් කැටයක් එල්ලනවා. හරි. ඕකේ. එහෙම එල්ලුවම මේ තරාදියේ පෙන්නනවා නම්බර් එකක්. Give me a second, right? Okay. Then actually, like you can see here, this scale or screen balance showing some reading. But then අපි මෙහෙම හිතමුකෝ මේ screen balance එකට අපි මේක connect කරලා. Let's say we have connected this to screen balance, and after connecting to the screen balance, we kept the like stone and both in a table. දෙකම අපි table එක දිග අතර තියෙනවා. Then this won't show any like measurement. ඒ කියන්නේ තරාදියත් හරස් අතර තියලා මේ හරස් අතර තරාදියක් තියලා ගලත් ඕකේ ගැට ගහලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට අපිට පෙන්වන්නේ හේතුව මොකද්ද? Because gravitational force or gravity is basically or gravitational force of the gravity basically it pulls down. එයා පල්ලෙහාටනේ යදින්නේ. එහෙනම් අපි උඩ මේක එල්ලලා තියද්දී තමයි මේ පල්ලෙහාට යදින බලය අපිට මැනගන්න පුළුවන්. Even though it is visible in kilograms, but still it's visible in the kilograms or grams, still that is the force. And you can do that in other way. Then අපි මේක හරස් අතට මනින්න ඕන නම් බලයක්. So we can do what we can do is like we can connect as figure 4.3 and then pull it. මෙහෙම කරලා අපිට පුළුවන් ඇදලා බලන්න. එතකොට මේක ඇදෙන කොච්චර බලයක් මේකට යොදන්න ඕනද? මේක ඇදිලා එන්න. මේ කොට කැලක් හරි ඒක මෙහෙම එක හයි කරලා තමයි මේක යදින්නේ. Like you can see after dragging here again this will show you some reading, and that is the force given for pulling this. That is the force given for pulling this. Likewise, right? Likewise, it's possible to measure the force in Newton. Actually, this is shown in kilograms, but or grams, but it's possible to see this in Newton, right? In kilogram or Newton. So that is the force. Okay, and here you can see this is a elliptical strain. Elliptical strain කියන අපි කියනවා මේ අර දඟරයක් වගේ උතර තියෙන මේ එකක්. ඒකෙන් අදිද්දී අපි මොකද වෙන්නේ? Now you can see when you are dragging from this, the length of elliptical strain increased by some amount. Then take the reading in the balance. Okay, you can see weight of the piece of stone and magnitude force in Newton. Force applied to pull the wooden block, this one, and you can see the magnitude. Force applied on the elliptical strain and see the magnitude. To change 10 centimeter, make a digger centimeter, the higher වැඩි කරන්න කොච්චර බලයක් දෙන්න ඕන. 20ක් වැඩි කරන්න කොච්චර බලයක් දෙන්න ඕන. Likewise, we can take different measurements. Okay, so the next is direction of force and point of application. For that, I would like to move to an activity. Just see the link. Now you can see here, like first thing is like you can see this one, like sum of forces, values, speed, all these things can be visible. Like you can put sounds also. And let's see, let's put force. You're just adding this one. Okay. Okay, here you can see sum of forces is 150 Newton. When you drag, what will happen? Okay, you can see the blue wins. The reason is like it like let's go back, return to the position, and see what will happen to the speed. See what will happen to the speed, right? When I click on that, speed will gradually increase and keep on increasing, and you can see it keep on increasing. Right, this is to basically see this is pulling force, and let's put another pulling force the other side. So try this now first. Okay, have you done that alone?
Oh, sir.
Okay. What you need to do, you have to change, like, okay, let's put a force here, and let's put a force here. Now, so this this is what you need to understand, right? Because even though, okay, same force, I'm going to put the same force, right? Same force, but different positions. Now you can see the left force and the right force, both are 150 newtons. Let's go, and you can see. So what has happened? Because the forces are same, and because the forces are same, so it's not going to move this, because both side you have same forces. So, but if you change the angle, make an angle like Venus karanna baya. If you change the angle, so there will be a different result, because angle is like within the angle like a killing in the, since it is like parallel and perpendicular. That's why you can see there is no motion. Okay, let's put some more force to this side. Now you can see sum of forces. Sum of forces means 200 this side, 150 this side, then 200 minus 150 is 50. 50 will be this side. මේ පැත්තට 50ක එකක් තමයි. මොකද මෙයාත් එක්ක මෙයාගෙන් 150ක් යනවා, මෙයාගෙන් 200ක් යනවා. එතකොට මේ පැත්තට 50ක් විතර තමයි sum of forces යන්නේ. That you need to understand by this. Because sum of force is there, you can see it's dragging the other side. This is to understand how forces and sum of forces work. Well, let's go to the motion part. Right? Let's go to the motion, second one, right? Motion. And this experiment setup. And again, you can see the masses, values, and speed. All these things you can see here, 50 kg. And let's apply small force, 1 Newton on 50 kg, and see what will happen. Right? So 1 Newton on 50. Let's apply that. So 1 Newton, you can see. Okay. Reset. Now, when you increase the force, now 3 newtons, you can see it's slowly moving. Slowly moving. You can see there is a speed, and this speed is, you can see it's drawing. It's not the same speed. If you continue to provide the same force, the speed will be increased. And 3 Newton force is provided on 50 kg continuously. මොකද වෙන්නේ? ස්පීඩ් එක එන්න වැඩි වෙනවා. මේක ත්වරණයක් කියලා. It's not velocity, like increase in velocity. There are like equations. There are equations how we calculate that. Okay, you can see the speed is because you are providing the same. It is like this. You provide acceleration on a car and keep on accelerating, keep on pressing the accelerator. Maybe same force, but what will happen when you keep on pressing acceleration, even with the same force, it will continue to speed up. It will continue to speed up. Okay, maybe you can increase the weight and see what will happen. Right. Since it is moving, and let's put some more. Now you can see. I'm going to reset to 0. But it still, it moves. What's the reason? What's the reason? Because force is provided. We have already provided the force. And now if you suddenly stop that, it will keep on moving in the same speed. Unless if another force is like තව මේකට බලයක් ක්‍රියාත්මක වුණොත් මේක නවතිනවා. එතකොට මෙතන අපි ඝර්ෂණය කියන එක බිඳුවයි කියලා හිතනවා. ඇත්තටම එහෙම නෑ මේක එහෙම තිබ්බොත් නවතිනවා. ඒතෝ ඝර්ෂණය කියලා තවත් බලයක්. There is another, that is a restriction force will be acted on that. Otherwise you can see it's moving. හරි එක දිගට move වෙනවා. You can see now the speed is not changing because force is already provided. Speed is not moving and not changing, so it's moving in the same speed. Okay, this you need to what is this? This is also a law. Okay, anyway, let's move to the note now. Okay, direction and point of the application. Okay, now you can see, just read out. When a ball is being hit, the direction of hit decides the direction of the motion. When the drawer is being opened, it should be pulled toward us. When it is to be pushed, it should be pushed the opposite way. Thus, not only the magnitude but also direction is important because magnitude එක කියන්නේ බලයේ ප්‍රමාණය කොච්චර බලයක් දෙනවද කියලා. Then the next one is basically the direction. Both direction and magnitude effects. Both direction and magnitude effects. Right. Okay. Apart from this, the result of force changing according to the point which is applied. ඒ වගේම මීට වැඩි මේ වගේම වෙනස් වෙන බලය කොතනද අපි දාන්නේ. So like if you push from here and push from here, there will be two results. Right. If you keep pushing from the bottom, it's moving. But if you keep pressing from the top, it may topple. එක පෙරලෙන්නේ තියෙනවා. යටින් දුන්නොත් බලය නිකම්ම තල්ලු වෙලා උඩින් දුන්නොත් බලය මේ බෝතලේ පෙරලෙන්නේ තියෙනවා. Okay, so that is basically the point of object on which force is exerted is called point of application of force. හරි මේ බලය යොදන ස්ථානයට අපි කියනවා බලය යොදන ස්ථානය කියලා කියනවා මේ point of application of force. So based on that also the result will be different. The results වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන් විදි කීපයක් තියෙනවා. එකක් තමයි යොදන බලයේ ප්‍රමාණය, යොදන බලයේ දිශාව, යොදන බලයේ ප්‍රමාණය, යොදන බලයේ දිශාව, ඒ වගේම බලය යොදන ස්ථානය කියන එක මත අපිට එන result එක වෙනස් වෙනවා. Okay, here this is to show you the direction. Fix the nail midpoint of the wooden block. Tie the piece of thread in the nail. Okay, then place the wooden block on the table and pull by the thread, keeping the thread horizontally. Make horizontally. සමාන්තරව එතකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ? Horizontally. හරස්සතට. Then change the direction of thread to side. The side එකට ඇද්දොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? While keeping it horizontally as figure 4.7 4.7 වල වගේ horizontally තියලා මේක පොඩි angle එකක් කරනවා. එතකොට මේක හැරවෙනවා. You can observe that wooden block moves in the direction of pull in the 4.7. When the direction of pulling is changed in 4.7, direction of wooden block motion is also changing. Thus, it can be concluded as following: the force acts as the direction of pulling along the thread. The object moves along the direction of force. Object move වෙන්නේ ලබා දෙන බලය දිශාව අනුව. ඒ වගේම මේ බලය ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්නේ මේ මොකක් හරහාද මේ thread එක හරහා. බලය ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්නේ මේ නූල හරහා. සමහර වස්තුවට දැනෙන්නේ ඒ වගේම ඒ බලය ලැබෙන දිශාවට තමයි ඒක ගමන් ගන්නේ. Okay, here you can see fix the nails in point ABC. Right, fix the nails in point ABC. Fix the nail to the center of the wooden disc as shown below. Now tie a piece of thread in the nail A wooden block and pull the thread. Keep it horizontally. Observe the direction of motion in the wooden block. Same way, tie the piece of the point B and C and pull separately. Observe the direction of motion. Then what you can get, the idea is basically point of application is of force is also right. Here point the thread that tied the point force is acting on the object. That point is known as point of application of the force. The quantities of the magnitude will as well as the direction known as the vector quantities. Right. Vectors කියන්නේ දිශාවක් තියෙනවා. If it has a direction and also if it has a size, we call it vector. The quantities that have magnitude as well as direction. විශාලත්වයක් තියෙනවා නම් දිශාවක් තියෙනවා අපි කියන vectors කියලා. In the above activities, it is confirmed that force has a magnitude and direction. එතකොට අපි මොකක්ද ඉගෙන ගත්තේ මෙතනදී? Force බලයට තියෙන විශාලත්වයක් වගේම දිශාවක්. Force has a magnitude as well as direction. So therefore, it is called a vector. Hinda අපිට කියනවා vector එකක් දෛශිකයක් කියලා. Why? Because it has a magnitude as well as the direction. It has a magnitude as well as the direction. Okay, how we can show them? How we can show the direction as well as the magnitude? So this is a very small lesson, right? So let's finish it. How we can show that? So we have to use an arrow. So magnitude is basically represented by the length. And here 5, half, 10. Magnitude is represented by length. Direction is represented by arrowhead. So මෙතන අපි දාන්නේ නිව්ටන් 10ක බලයක් මේ දිශාවට. නිව්ටන් 5ක බලයක් උඩට. This is how we show the magnitude and the direction. Okay, point of application is shown by a dot. Dot එකකින් පෙන්නන්නේ කොතනද මේ බලය? කොතනද මේ බලය යොදන්නේ කියලා. Okay, here. So by changing, like in the day-to-day life, මේකෙනුත් අපිට බලා ගන්න පුළුවන් point of like basically in day-to-day life. So when we are applying the forces, we need to know which point we are applying the force, which direction, which angle we are applying. Okay, you can see which one is easy. Is it A or B? Which one is easy? Yes.
B.
Why B is easy?
Point of application.
Point of application, yeah. Same, no? The point of application they gave me type. Yes. Right. Okay. Here the first one is like both are applying horizontal force. They horizontally apply කරන්න horizontally බලයක් දෙන්න ඕන. This in order to give this, you need to bend yourself. ඔයාව නවා ගන්නවා. ඔයාව නැවිලා තමයි ඔයාලට මේ බලයක් දෙන්න වෙන්නේ. So then it is really difficult to provide a force. But in the other hand, by changing the direction, මෙතනදිත් මෙතන angle එකක් තියෙනවා. මෙතන horizontal නෙවෙයි. angle එකකින් දෙන්නේ. But you don't want to bend yourself. So there, hence that will be easy. Right? Changing the direction of force. Okay. Right. In our day-to-day life, basically, when we apply forces, we need to consider about the direction, also point of application, also the amount of force that you need to apply. So that is what we have learned in this particular chapter. This is an easy one. This is what we have learned. And let's do some more activities. In our PhET context, there are 2 more activities you need to self-practice. Okay, this one, by doing that, you can learn something. And then friction. I said that. So normally, like when it comes to the practical situation, there is a friction that you need to consider, because normally බලයක් ලබා දුන්නම එක වේගෙන් මේක යනවනේ. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් එහෙමයි. මොන දැන් මම නිව්ටන් මෙයාට දෙනවා. දෙමු නිව්ටන් 20ක විතර බලයක්. එතකොට මෙයා එක දිගට මේක යනවා. නිව්ටන් 5ට යන්නේ නැහැ වරම්. මෙතන හැම වෙලෙම friction force එක නැත්තම් ඝර්ෂණය බලපානවා. හරි. මේ ඝර්ෂණය ඉක්මවා ගියාම තමයි අපිට මේ බලන්න. දැන් යන්නේ නැහැනේ මේක කොහෙටවත්. හැබැයි මේකේ වෙලාවක මේක ඝර්ෂණය කියන එක ඉක්මවා යනවා. friction force එක ඉක්මවා යනවා. ඒ friction force එක ඉක්මවා ගියාන් පස්සේ තමයි මේක ඔන්න ඉස්සරහට යන්නේ. මොකද sum of forces අපි ඉගෙන ගත්තනේ. ඒ වගේම මේකට ටිකක් වෙලා ගියාම මොකද වෙන්නේ? නවතිනවා. ඇයි ඒ? ඔය දැන් කලින් ඔහොම උනේ නෑනේ, නැවතුනේ නෑනේ, එක දිගටම ගියා.
ඒක තල්ලු කරු ප්‍රෙෂර් එකටත් එක්ක
එයා තල්ලු කරාට එයාට විරුද්ධව බලයක් ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙනව නේද? friction ඝර්ෂණය කියන්නේ. කලින් විරුද්ධව බලයක් තිබ්බද? Was there any like force preventing earlier? දැන් ඝර්ෂණය නැති තැන ප්‍රතිවිරුද්ධ බලයක් නැහැ. එතකොට දුන්න පැත්තට බලය දුන්න හින්දා දිගටම යනවා. දිගටම යනවා. බලය දිගටම දීගෙන හිටියනම් ත්වරණයක්. නැත්තම් ස්පීඩ් එක වැඩි වෙවි යනවා. බලය දෙන එක නැවතුණා නම් ඒ ස්පීඩ් එකෙන් යනවා. හැබැයි friction force එකක් තියෙද්දි ඝර්ෂණයක් තියෙද්දි මොකද වෙන්නේ? බලයක් දුන්නට වැඩක් නැහැ. අනිත් පැත්තෙන් බලයක් එනවා. ඝර්ෂණය කියන්නේ අපි ඉදිරියට යන යොදන බලයට ප්‍රතිවිරුද්ධ බලය. දැන් ඔයා කවුරු හරි තල්ලු කරන්න හැදුවොත් තල්ලු නොවි ඉන්න එයා යොදන බලයක් තියෙනවා. දැන් බෝතලයක් අපි හිතමු වතුර බෝතලයක් තල්ලු කරනවා මේක තියෙන. තල්ලු නොවි ඉන්න එයා යොදන බලයක්. That is called the friction force. When friction force is there, so even though they ඇත්තටම ප්‍රායෝගිකව මේකට බලයක් දීලා යවන්න හැදුවත් මෙයාගේ බලය ඔන්න friction force එක අපිට ගණන් කරන්න පුළුවන් කොයි වෙලාවෙද යන්නේ. friction force එක දැන් 23ක් යන්නේ නැහනේ. 24 දිත් යන්නේ නැහැ. 33 දී යන්නේ නැහැ. තාම යන්නේ නැහැ. Friction force is very high. තව බලය වැඩි කරමු. It's still not moving because of the friction force. Yeah, the moon. You could have seen like you can increase and see. When you are increasing, at some point it will start moving. Here, some point it will start moving. That is the friction force. Friction force. Likewise, you can measure the friction force as well. Do this practical as well as acceleration practical. Please complete all 4 practicals. Like these are not there in the book, but you may practice this. This will give you better understanding about the lesson. Okay, I'll stop from here for today. Then let's discuss the remaining. Like, please complete the activity and examine like all the questions too, right?
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Let's see you next day. Bye.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.